Hey y'all, welcome to part 2 of our Halloween Spectacular. If you want to know why I'm made up like Violent J from ICP, be sure to check out part 1 if you haven't done that already for some more Halloween shenanigans. But for this episode, or for this part 2, we thought we'd each pick one scary movie and one scary album to celebrate for Halloween. Where am I going with that? I don't know.
Anyway,
Adorable.
So we decided to do this because, well, we love Halloween.
We do.
And Halloween this year, as we know, is different.
In these unprecedented times, Halloween is different
This
than
is
normal.
the new normal.
Yeah.
All right.
Mer.
So, and next weekend we won't be around for Halloween.
That's true.
We're renewing our wedding vows in Reno. All right.
All
Well,
right,
let's go for
Are
it.
we doing movies first or albums first?
You do whatever you want.
Okay, I'll start with my album. I tried to pick an album that wasn't like super obvious. I'm sure a lot of people were expecting me to I'm sure a lot of people were expecting me to pick a Misfits CD, but I decided actually to go with Necrophagia, Divine Art of Torture. Unfortunately, Killjoy is no longer with us, but his music lives on, and this is probably one of my favorite ones of his. It's got Coffin Joe on the cover, which is super cool. And this album actually had Mirai from Psy play keyboards on it, and it's also got Iskaraya from Immortal playing bass, so pretty cool. And the production is really super dirty on it. The songs are awesome. The keyboards are really cool, like kind of goblin-y sounding. So just a great combination of death metal and horror and fucking spooky fucking Italian horror sounding keyboards. So that's my pick. This was out on Season of Mist. I can't remember what year it came out, but I was in college when it came out. It probably says it on there somewhere, but I can't read it because I don't have my glasses on.
Let's see. I don't fucking see it. But, fun note, I got to see them live with Mirai. Mirai did not get to play because the stage was too small. This was in Campbell, California, which is inside the San Jose area. But it was an amazing show. It was a lot of fun. And so I got to hang out with Mirai while he couldn't play. It was kind of neat. Anyway, I have no idea what year it was, but it has to be early 2000s.
Yeah, I was in college
Somewhere
when that
in there.
came out,
Yeah.
and I listened to it a bunch in my dorm, so...
While you were playing with yourself.
Yeah.
Jerking off.
A lot of pee playing, listening to Necrophagia. Oh, yeah.
Woo!
And the fun thing about, like, when I was in college also, just to kind of, is when I discovered a lot of these weird movies, like the Coffin Joe movies and Dario Argento and a lot of the Japanese stuff, although she's actually the movie expert in this relationship, but...
Not really, but that's okay.
You want to do your album?
Sure. I picked one that is somewhat obvious, but not really. But it's the Haunted Mansion album. There it is. When I was a kid, I had the Haunted Mansion record, which I have framed. It's packed up because we're gonna move eventually. But the CD, it says it has the story and the song of the Haunted Mansion. So it has the opening of the ride back in 1969, and it goes through the whole entire ride, and then it also has the bonus track of the Grim Grinning Ghost, which is the main song that you hear throughout the Haunted Mansion. It says it also has a digital image gallery, which I've never checked that out. That's how old this is, apparently. It has a CD-ROM feature in it. Oh, and it has the book that came along with the record when I was a kid. So I thought that was pretty neat because it has the original artwork from there. And there's the Hatbox Ghost, which they just put it back in the ride.
Yay! And by far one of the coolest things in the ride, I might add, so...
Yeah, the
I'm glad
Hatbox
it's there.
Ghost was a pretty big deal because he was in the ride originally, and his trick didn't really work very well. And so when they hit the anniversary a few years ago, they decided to put him back in with his trick working, which is where his face appears inside of the hat box that he's carrying, and then it goes back up to his face, and it's pretty rad. It's probably one of the spookiest looking things in the whole ride, if you were to call anything spooky
Right.
in the Haunted Mansion. They just did a really good job, and they have the technology to do that now.
Do you think when they were in the boardroom planning that, they were like, we have the technology, we can rebuild him?
Stupid. All right, movie time.
All right, for my movie, I'm sure everybody was expecting me to pick Halloween 3 or a John Carpenter movie. I decided to surprise you guys yet again. I went with American Werewolf in London because I freaking love werewolf movies. And I feel like I feel like werewolves don't get talked about enough anymore. Like everybody's all zombies and vampires. Well, I like werewolves, and this is probably the best werewolf movie ever made. Not only are the special effects just fucking fantastic, but it's funny, it's scary, it's gory, it's gross. Pretty much everything I love about horror movies is all jammed. Oh, and the music is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's got a hot British nurse in it. So I mean,
what more do you want?
So I mean, everything you could ever want in a horror movie is pretty much jam packed into this. And yeah, it's just a really fantastic movie all the way around. And you know, I'm sure you've all heard of this, but I feel like again in the era of where everybody's zombies and vampires, it doesn't get talked about enough. So my pick for Halloween is American Werewolf in London.
Wasn't it Rick Baker?
Yes, Rick Baker did all the effects for it. Absolutely.
Rick Baker, we give him 2 thumbs up.
We do.
All right, my movie is The Fog.
Ooh, such a good pick.
It really is. I really love this movie. This is the metal box special edition, whatever thing that they had. And it has interviews and that kind of stuff and outtakes. This movie is really cool. The first time I saw this, it was probably like 2002, 2001, somewhere in there. And somebody showed it to me in daytime hours in a garage, but that's a little rapey, but in daytime hours, and it freaked me out actually, because I didn't know what to expect from it. Obviously now watching it, you know, it's a little corny, but I do love this movie. I do wish I had been able to meet Adrienne Barbeau at this point. No dice.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, she hasn't been to any of the conventions here, has she? That we've been at.
No.
We would have met her for sure if she
Yeah.
was. The cast in this is phenomenal. Like, you've got Adrienne Barbeau, Hal Holbrook, Tom Atkins, Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, come on, it doesn't get any better than that. For a horror movie from that era, come on now.
And Tom Atkins, for anybody who wants to know, is Josh's boner buddy.
He's a stud.
That man fucks anything. Every single movie I've seen him in, he's fucking somebody, and he is not cute.
Hey, you know, he's a stud. He gets to nail Jamie Lee. He gets to nail that young chick in Halloween 3. He's a stud.
Yeah.
Can't be denied. Tom
No.
Atkins, stud.
And we got to meet him.
Yeah, and he was very nice.
Very nice man. Signed Josh's Halloween 3 mask.
Yep, super cool.
Yeah. So, that was basically it. We hope you guys enjoy your Halloween the best that you can.
Yes, and if you have any horror movie or spooky album suggestions, by all means, leave them in the comments. You know, we love to learn about new stuff or celebrate old favorites.
Yes. And please, please, please vote.
Yes, for
For
the love of God.
and all things holy. Please, please vote
Yes.
so we can have a better life.
Yeah, exercise your civic duty and hopefully this help get this madness over with.
Yes. And be safe this Halloween.
Yes.
Don't go licking any shopping carts or door handles.
No, definitely not. Don't get them COVIDs up in you.
No.
Nothing worse.
The Rona is for real.
Serious business.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All right, guys. Till next time. Thanks for watching. Take care, and you know, happy Halloween.